Yet more conflicting reports over the number of schoolgirls kidnapped in the northeast of Nigeria last week. The girls were taken from their dormitory at gunpoint in the early hours of Tuesday by suspected Boko Haram militants. A number of girls have managed to escape, but that figure too is unclear. And yesterday, another girls' school in the state of Bauchi was attacked. This time, the teachers' quarters were set on fire, but nearly 200 students staying nearby were unharmed. Well, I'm joined by Aliyu Tanko from the BBC Hausa service. Aliyu, thanks a lot for talking to us. I mean, confusion everywhere. Do we know what exactly is going on?
Well, there have been conflicting reports on the figure of the number of girls that have been abducted in government secondary school in Chibok. But just this afternoon, the principal of that college, Mrs. Asabe Kwambura, told the BBC Hausa service that actually 230 girls were abducted that night. And of course, according to her, this figure was realized from the register they opened after this incident happened. And this was what she told us.
We invited parents whose daughters are missing to come and register, and based on the statistics we have and the records on our register, we have 230 girls that were abducted, and those that managed to escape are now 43. These side talks going round and round that some girls were rescued, 8 were found, all have been rescued, is not true. Only reports that come from us are the truth.
Aliyu, I'm just listening to her there. She suggests that only the figures coming from her, are the truthful ones, suggesting that the government is not being entirely truthful with what they're saying. Who does the country believe? Who do Nigerians believe?
Well, there is a confusion in that, and people are still not knowing whom to believe and who is saying what, especially with the fact that, you know, the Nigerian military at a point said most of these girls have been rescued, and just a day after that, they retracted that statement saying it was an error, it was a mistake, and most of these girls have not been found. So it means, you know, there is something fishy, and I believe the school authority, you know, having a register and living with the parents within the Chibok area should be given that consideration based on the figures they say they have.
Just very briefly, we don't have much time. A former Nigerian head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, has suggested that perhaps what is needed is some sort of a Marshall Plan, like the one used here in Europe after the Second World War, to stop the activities of Boko Haram, some kind of development plan. Will that work?
Well, the Nigerian government at the moment saying it's going to do something to develop that area. The president budgeted or earmarked about $12 million in Nigeria's 2014 budget as intervention fund to cater for the needs of Borno, Yobe and Adamawa state where there is Boko Haram activities. However, so many people believe that amount is grossly inadequate, looking at the fact that about 250 people are now homeless or displaced by the Boko Haram activities, and these Boko Haram activities have affected about 3 million people that have been affected.
So obviously that amount of $12 million is not enough.
It's not enough.
Aliyu Tanko, thank you very, very much for talking to us.